Hello and welcome to the live session yet again. And it's Friday. I'm in a different country altogether. So, hello from Armenia, where Ayurveda actually is taking leaps. And so, we have a very important subject also that we're going to be talking about today, which is surely inclined to Ayurveda and something that most of you will connect. But let's just give me 1 second so that I can give you a glimpse of this beautiful city right there. Anyway, we have a consultant with us who is pioneering in Ayurveda, and I think let's just go to the topic directly because it's a very important subject area where we're talking about anxious minds and Ayurveda. How is that really connecting across? So we have Mythreyee. I will just take her on the live with me, and I think we can go for an introduction from her itself because Ayurveda is a subject area where it's deeply rooted, and somebody who is pioneering in that, it's best that they can take it from there. So let me just add Mythreyee, who is into Ayurveda for a long while now. She has her own range of products, and personally I love those. So the topic for today is Ayurveda for anxious minds and where the beauty actually begins from within. So let me just take her on the live session and have your questions coming in. Just a second. Let me just add her. Hi, am I audible to you now, Mythreyee?
Yes.
Okay, so if you can tell us a little about yourself and how you started your Ayurvedic journey.
Hello, good evening. Myself, Dr. Mythreyee, and I am a cosmetologist and nutritionist in Ayurveda. So I started a journey into this Ayurveda through my problems. Like I faced a lot of issues, health issues early in my teenage. So that's when I found that the real solution lies in Ayurveda. Yeah.
Perfect. So the topic for today, Mythreyee, is Ayurveda for the anxious minds, and where the beauty really begins. So what do you mean by just out of curiosity, what do we really mean by beauty from within, and how, as an Ayurvedic practitioner, you will be able to kind of give us a little glimpse on that?
See, for me, beauty from within, like
Yeah.
when we see someone who is like really happy in mind,
Hmm.
healthy in the body,
Hmm.
and have a kind of mindset which is very peaceful,
Right.
so they naturally look attractive to us, right?
Hmm.
And you can compare a person who might be looking very beautiful externally but with a negative mindset.
Right.
You can't stand them long.
Right.
So that is the beauty within for me.
Perfect. So when it comes to Ayurveda, how do we really connect when we are talking about beauty from within?
Connecting, like not only thinking that only applying skincare and hair care product will make you beautiful. That's not the thing. There are many things which are related, like our diet, our mindset, and our practices, dinacharya, ritucharya, and sorry, but I also believe a lot in our planetary positions at certain times,
Right.
which even affect the overall well-being. So it
Correct.
depends on
Correct.
a lot of things.
Perfect. Perfect. So, okay, let me start taking in questions
Yeah.
now from the audience as well. Uh, okay, but before that, when it comes to you shifted to Ayurveda, Maitri, because of your own, for your own betterment at the end of the day. But when we
Yes.
have so many people who would want to be, in this domain and have healthy practices, but suiting to their own body type, and as you mentioned that for a dincharya to ratri, everything somewhere or the other is interconnected. And
Yes.
for us, when we're saying, your well-being and the inner beauty is not just about applying products on yourself, but it's also internally feeling light and happy at the end of the day too,
Yes.
receive the glow that you're actually looking out for just in your products.
Yes.
So when you started your journey in the Ayurvedic sector, what were the changes that you actually did to your routine life to today have that entire package for yourself, where you're saying that you have having a internal as well as external happiness aligned with you?
Correct. So the first change which I made was switching off this chemical products entirely. Like I had a lot of skin breakouts. Even now I break out in the summer, you can see.
Right.
But then I used to depend on a lot of these concealers and, for the camouflage
Right.
to feel that confidence from within.
Right.
So I thought to myself, no, no, I'm going to stop this now. Because the
Hmm.
people who really matter in our life, they will
Hmm.
anyway love us.
Correct. Correct.
And it's for the only outer circle. We are always taking this stress into your mind. How are we looking? Is this my skin is looking good? Am I looking radiant? Will they accept? So,
Hmm.
first thing I want to say that we have to accept ourselves
Right.
in our skin. So the first change which I made was switching these chemical products off. And it's a
Hmm.
long journey, Ashmita.
Yeah.
Frankly speaking, it doesn't happen overnight. Your skin
Absolutely.
doesn't go better overnight with these Ayurvedic rituals. I started like applying face packs like the Chandan pack, which are cooling according to my body type.
Yeah.
I started using the Chandan packs and then having a lot of this gond
Hmm.
and aloe vera,
Correct.
which are
The cooling
cooling.
agents majorly.
Yeah, yeah. So according to my body type, I started switching, and believe me, every summer I do break out. But now the intensity has reduced to around 80%. It's only the 20% is left. But it's like I don't depend on even a single citizen or a single antibiotic to correct that. I
So
just go
knowing
back to managing it my through my dinacharya and my diet and my skincare routine.
Perfect. So knowing your body, I think, is the key essence. And I personally, when I met a lot of Ayurvedic consultants, they will tell you a lot about every body is different. There is
Yes.
a few body. I mean, when you meet people, they'll tell you that your vata is high. For few, they'll be kapha, which is taking place. And so I think knowing your own body and then accepting the way it is, and then the way
Yes.
you started working towards it, is something that all of us should really learn from as well at the end of the day.
Yes.
Okay, let me just pick up a question. Okay, so there's a question that I get is okay, Ashmita, I am from UK and really love the application and especially the Ayurvedic aspect of the app. So wanted to ask what really inspired Beyond Lifestyle to focus on the connection between Ayurveda, mental well-being, and inner beauty. Okay, what inspired TBL? Um, so, thank you for the question, firstly. But I think I will just say that why Beyond Lifestyle really started was, again, it was a personal journey. But while we were researching about, is there any one particular place where you could get a holistic well-being answers? And there was none. So I glanced through various applications, more than I think 1,000 of them globally, but there was no one application which was solving a problem and not just telling us, okay, you're not doing this right. You should do half an hour of a gym routine, or you should do these 20-minute exercises, etc. For me as an individual, it was very overwhelming because if you direct me towards a certain thing, I kind of make my own routines and have my own lifestyle to kind of deal with. So when the Beyond Lifestyle really happened, was an inspiration from while I was growing, because I was very close to Ayurveda since the time I was growing. And for me also, medicines was something which I did not like personally. And Ayurvedic Dadi and Nani ke nuske did the trick at that point of time for me. So while growing, a combination of Ayurveda and wellness overall did take a leap, and that's where the Beyond Lifestyle started. And post COVID, I think mental well-being was a question mark for a lot of us. So that's where the aspect of Ayurveda, mental wellness with the light and right nutrition, along with understanding your body, was my prime focus when we started the application. I hope I'm able to answer and justify your question. So, Mythreyee, there's another question that has come in. for you here.
Yeah.
Uh, that person wants to ask that I'm really an anxious person. So wanted
Okay.
to know from you, Mythree, that in regard to my anxiety and the emotional imbalance that I face, is there a cure for this in Ayurveda?
Definitely it's there. See, anxiety can be like superficially when you go to a doctor, he might give you the drugs, but they are not curing your anxiety. They are just suppressing your anxiety. Always remember that.
Right.
So you should know why are you feeling anxious? What is making your body anxious? You are not born with anxiety, right?
Correct.
So if you're not born with that, it just happened. Why did it happen? The first thing you should find out the cause for that. And when they do the Prakriti analysis, they might know that there are some doshas which are imbalanced. And just going along to correct those doshas might actually correct the anxiety. First, for small tips, if you want, I can say join some meditation like mindfulness or few pranayamas. Join in a session and learn for yourself which is giving you a sense of calm. Yeah.
Perfect. So when anxiety actually, and you're right, Machi, when anxiety strikes in, nobody is born anxious at the end of the day. But
Yes.
somewhere or the other, our dincharya is making people more anxious today because at the end of the day, most of us are running. And running for in which direction, at the end of the day, nobody really knows. But anxiousness is not something that you're born with, but a lot of changes in our daily routine can make us a much more calmer
Yes.
individuals, right?
One more
And
thing I
I
want to add here is please don't think that you have to constantly check your mobile. When you do check your mobile, there is a kind of electrical activity happening in your brain. You are thinking that you are taking a break,
mm,
but for your mind, it's not a break. It's
correct,
actually, when you're seeing the reels on Instagram, it's actually information again going to your brain. For you, it might be, break time. For mine, it's working. So
correct,
when you continuously feed a lot of information into your brain, it naturally becomes anxious. And I think this mobile addiction, and we are not PM or CM, or we are not like, if you don't check your phone for half an hour, something will happen, a war
absolutely,
might break out.
absolutely, absolutely.
So yeah.
Heaven is not going to fall if we kind of just spend the time with
Yes.
ourselves and not kind of going out
uh,
for our phones.
I
Perfect.
too
Perfect.
try this a lot. So
Mm,
just if I don't have anything to do, I should not watch, like I should not check the reels on Instagram. That I should you should be aware. And with
right.
practice, you can do this.
Perfect. I think that is a tip that most of us should follow because I think today the
Yes.
world is not ready to let go of their phones. And every
Uh,
small Instagram feed or an update from somebody is very important for people to check at
yes.
that same point in time. So, and that makes you more anxious and curious at the end of the day.
Yes.
Perfect. So, I will just pick up the another question that has come. So, the question is for both of us that
Okay.
why do you think today world needs ancient wisdom like Ayurveda more than ever, especially when dealing with mental and emotional stress? So, why do you think in today's world the ancient wisdom like Ayurveda is more needed
Okay.
than ever, especially when people are dealing with mental and emotional stress?
Yes. So you're going to answer it first,
You,
or
but
tell
you
me?
can go ahead first. I think I can just add on to your expertise probably.
Yeah. So as I told you, Ayurveda is, you know this, and everybody knows by now that Ayurveda is a science of life.
Right.
So what better can be more than the science of life teaching us how
Correct.
to live peacefully and how to live healthy and happy. So we should
Correct.
definitely look back.
Correct. And as you, I think the answer just came with one line that Ayurveda is the
Yeah,
science of life. And at
correct.
the end of the day, for us to just remain calm to ourselves, I think the best we could do is just be happy for your own self. And
Yes,
that's why your mental and emotional stress just kind of goes away. I feel that because today I think we are too much in a hush where we would want to understand what the other person is doing. How are they
yes.
progressing? Or what is it that they are doing? That is
Hmm.
what is causing a lot of disturbance within our ecosystem. And the first teaching that I remember Ayurveda says is आप खुद से खुश रहो, मतलब you have to be happy with yourself and love yourself, and at the end of the day if you do that you will keep your not just yourself happy but the people around you. So that's where Ayurveda, I think, for me personally comes into picture, where if you love yourself you can love everything around you. And
And
taking care of
also,
your own
yeah, yeah, just continue.
take, yeah, taking care of your own self at the end of the day is the prime importance that Ayurveda practically teaches, and that's why this ancient wisdom is something which is very important.
Yes. Also, not doing anything sometimes is very much required, I think,
Yeah.
because we are always thinking we are busy, but most of the time it's not productive.
Hmm. That's
So
true.
sometimes for the anxiety which we are addressing, and because this topic is mental health awareness, I
Right.
think most of the problem will be solved when we actually learn how not doing anything is more important. Sitting just like that, doing some monotonous thing like our mothers used to do. They used to like make a garland, gaze at the people who are roaming on the streets and make a garland for uh, their lord, and doing stitching and knitting, monotonous, where you're doing something but your mind is experiencing the calm.
Right.
So this is meditative actually. Some works, some repetitive kind of actions are meditative.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially it ends up to be more of de-stressing rituals than anything
Yes.
else at the end.
Yes.
Okay, so another question that has come in, Mythreyee, is I am facing a lot of skin and hair issues since 2 years now. Wanted to know that can my anxiety have an impact on my skin, hair, and overall physical appearance?
Anxiety.
She wants to know that does this have an impact on her skin, hair, and overall physical appearance?
Okay. Anxiety is having an impact.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes,
So that's
it
what she's
does
asking. Can her
definitely.
anxiety? That's what she's asking. That is her anxiety equivalent to she having problems in her skin, hair issues, all of that.
See, what anxiety does is it increases the stress hormone level in your body, right?
Right.
So whenever the stress hormone is more in your body, it will definitely cause a lot of problems, not only to your skin and hair, but inside your blood pressure, your
Right.
vital organs. And so there is a rise in this cortisol levels. And
Right.
so these stress hormones affect you overall as a human being, not only your skin and hair. And it will complicate the treatments. Like you might be taking a treatment, but that for that to work, the stress hormone should come down. Yeah.
Right. Perfect. So anxiety at the end of the day does turn up a disaster for not just our mind but for our body and appearance as well at the end of the day.
Yes. Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. Um, so being into this Ayurvedic domain for so long, Maitri, how do you tell people to just de-stress and remain off from their anxiety levels and just, enjoy the goodness, not just with the products, but,
Yes.
maintaining that within as well?
Yeah. Except for the skincare and hair care,
Yeah.
what the advice I give you, right?
Right. Right.
I uh, always tell them practice meditation,
Hmm.
whatever kind they are. Like now you can find a lot of meditation sessions on YouTube and social media and on our app also, Beyond Lifestyle. Meditation is very important, believe me. It's very important. The main crisis now everyone is facing is this mental illness. We
Yeah.
don't have
Correct.
food scarcity as much as mental illness.
Correct. Correct.
So it's very important. And just sometimes when you don't feel like meditating, you can
Hmm.
do this monotonous kind of thing. Like if you are passionate in painting,
Hmm.
paint a picture just randomly. It doesn't have to be a great painting, but then for
Yeah.
you to de-stress. and do
Right.
something which you like maybe a piano or a guitar, some music, indulge in some music, or a pampering uh, session of your abhyangana. Go for a spa or a head massage,
Right.
pamper yourself, or just
Correct.
a little chat with a friend.
Hmm.
Don't talk about work. Or if nothing is possible, try
Yeah.
to sit at least 10 to 15 minutes without watching your phone, without doing anything,
Right.
just sitting, and you will see your mind will start to calm down.
That's a powerful message, actually. That at the end of the day, whatever de-stresses you, can be a simple head massage, can be just talking to a friend, can be just being away from social media, help you de-stress yourself.
Yes,
Just go ahead and do that, and enjoy the time that you spend with yourself mindfully at the end of the day.
yes,
Perfect. So the next question that has come in, I think most of the people want to ask the same question because multiple people have asked very similar questions. So I'm just going to pick one of that. That person really wants to know some powerful Ayurvedic rituals or habits that can help me calm down my anxious mind.
yes. As I said, if you have a lot of anxiety, Brahmi
Hmm.
oil massage, hair and scalp massage with the oil which has Brahmi as an ingredient.
Hmm.
This will help you calm down, and it will help you have a good night's sleep. People with insomnia also, it's a wonderful remedy for you. And also these self-massaging routines, like self lavender. You can add a few drops of lavender essential oil in sesame oil and give your body a massage on a weekend. Play some soft music and then give yourself massage, and this will be very grounding. The body massage is very grounding. It will reduce the vata in your body. Vata is the main problem which causes anxiety. So it's the air element. It will make you, these people who have vata disorder can't even steadily look into your eyes like this. They are always gazing here and there. They have a lot
Okay.
of thoughts going on in their mind. They are like very, very creative, but then they give it, they stop the things in the middle of the project. They can't stand by till the thing is completed. So this is all because of this vata disorder, mostly. And the thing which you're calling nowadays attention deficiency. So this is mainly, believe me, this is because of the social media, because of the 30 seconds, 40 seconds reel. We have this problem of concentrating. We can't
Correct.
concentrate for more than a minute. So
Right.
please
Right.
reduce your screen time and then indulge in some self care, or else you can read a book, might be, which can, all these are like before going to bed. Instead of watching your phone, you can just give a book read, or a self massage, head massage. So these are the things which calm you down. Every day after waking up, a 5 to 10 minutes pranayam, anlom vilom, or
Right.
just deep breathing, or just having your tea and looking at the sun rising. These are simple. You don't need any training to go through.
Right.
Yeah, this you can follow definitely.
Perfect. So, Matthew, a lot of people are actually also, when they want to just let out, or started doing journaling as well. Writing it down somewhere, probably.
Yes,
Um, either just penning it down on their phones or having their own journal, or for example, our app also has like a My Diary section where you mention what is the good deed that you did, how was your day,
yeah,
what is the thing that you're looking out for. So somewhere or the other, just decluttering is where the anxious mind goes out for a more calmer domain.
yes.
Perfect,
Anyway,
perfect.
we should always be grateful. Whatever we do, we are not going to stay here for
Absolutely,
more than 100 years.
absolutely,
Do
absolutely.
whatever. You have to always remember that one day we
Right,
are all going to die. This is a big message for me. Whenever
right,
feeling very anxious, I just remember
right,
one thought. Okay, I'm
right.
going to die one day.
I think yes. I mean, what you mentioned also is being thankful somewhere or the other is going out for a miss. As I said, that most of us are just running, but we forget to just
Yeah.
pause, reflect on ourselves, and be thankful of the small moments that we create while we are running across. We forget to be thankful of those small moments. So that is something that actually builds up life, and nothing's going to stop if you're not there at the end of the day. Things are going to go. So why not just
Yes.
enjoy life the way it
Yeah.
is for yourself?
Yes.
Perfect, perfect. Okay. So Mythreyee, I think we have a little shortage in time. So let me just pick up the last question for us. And the question is, okay. So the person says that I am told nutrition makes a huge impact in managing anxiety. Is it true? Can food really be a healer for the mind and body?
Mm. Yes, definitely, my dear. Sattvic food definitely has an impact on your mind. Jaisa an, vaisa man. This is the saying from our Vedas.
Correct,
So when you have sattvic food, like sattvic in the sense which is not too spicy, which is not stale, which is freshly prepared, which is tasty also. It doesn't mean that it has to be raw and not tasty.
right,
Ayurveda gives a lot of importance to taste because
taste,
taste will satisfy your mind.
correct.
So it should be tasty with all the six rasas, six tastes in that, and which is not sorry for the all non-vegetarians, but non-veg food will ultimately it has caused pain to some animal, and that will inflict in you somewhere or the another. Don't think that you are eating an animal. It has gone through pain when it was killed, and that pain will be carried. And maybe you are not agreeing with me. That's okay, fine with me. But as I know, as I have read it, that's what I'm conveying to you. So try to be vegetarian most of the times, and see for the difference. See, you if you see the difference, you will definitely continue that.
So I think I would just want to add a little to this. We get a lot of sattvic or food which is written in our Vedas in countries like India or a couple of countries which are based in Southeast Asia, etc. But a lot of countries don't really get that kind of food as well. And when we look at a global level, I was just speaking to one of the Ayurvedic consultants based out here in Armenia itself, and the person actually she also mentioned that it's important for people to go vegetarian suddenly, only for the
Yes,
fact that somewhere or the other it is causing a lot of um, uh, problems in their body in the longer longevity of life, where
yes,
as you mentioned rightly that you are killing somebody at the end of the day, but there is
yes,
absolutely no non-veg lingo which is going out even in the global market, because somewhere or the other that's the food that they have grown up with, and for colder countries meat is something which is very important. So even Ayurvedic consultants all over the globe are trying to shift people a little bit here and there, but completely shifting across to sattvic diet is not happening across anywhere else other than our own country. And I think only reason being the source of the foods is something which is predominantly there in India and not in other places. So I think completely shifting to a sattvic diet for a lot of people who are listening to us live also is going to be very difficult,
yes,
because a few have habitually or grown in a way in countries where non-veg has become is their diet, and leaving that completely is difficult. So somewhere I
yes,
think for me as an individual, a food for soul, whichever food makes people happy, um, obviously is something that they should go for. But yes, when it comes to Ayurveda, we have to keep our body clean. We need to detox our body as well, and that cannot happen if we overeat or we stick to heavy foods such as any non-vegetarian foods. So if we stick around to more of a vegetarian diet, it kind of will not let us feel heavy, and it will make us more energetic throughout. That is what the research says.
yes.
Perfect. So, thank you so much, Mythreyee, for joining us for the live session. It was a pleasure. So, okay, there are still questions coming, so let me just pick one last question. is there any specific herb or food that you would recommend for people who would want to keep their emotional balance in place?
Okay. Uh, Emotional balance, you can have ashwagandha. Like if you're having this anxiety disorder,
Hmm.
ashwagandha will actually help you, but then I won't recommend it like online like this. It's
Right,
better that you consult an Ayurvedic physician and
right,
see how your body type is, and then depending on that, a dosage is given to you, which you can then have. So just blindly telling that you can have ashwagandha and that's not the right way to follow. So there
correct.
are herbs which can give amazing results, but it's always recommended that you want consult a Ayurvedic physician.
Perfect. Mati, you also mentioned a couple of oils in our chat today, such as a Brahmi oil or a sesame oil for
Yes.
Abhyanga. So when we're talking about these oils, if you could just highlight a little importance of why a specific oil is something that you mentioned for people to understand that why are you actually recommending such an oil? For example, why a Brahmi oil for a head massage?
Yes. See, Brahmi oil is specially because it relaxes your nervous system, and
Okay.
it gives a calming sensation on it has a calming sensation on your effect on your brain.
Okay.
So it relaxes you and helps you sleep better.
Hmm.
So that's why when you have this, even Brahmi tablets are also available.
Right.
So people who have this problem with sleep and who have this problem of stress related insomnia,
Hmm.
so they even have this Brahmi capsules. Doctor also prescribes capsules to them.
Right.
So I because I am telling you home remedies, I'm just
Hmm.
telling you externally. Also, it
Right.
will help. A
Hmm.
Brahmi and coconut oil mixed with some
Hmm.
Brahmi oil. When you massage your scalp and hair with that, so it will seep in ultimately, and it will have
Right.
a very relaxing effect on your brain.
Correct.
Yeah,
Perfect. Perfect. So, is Brahmi oil or the oils that you mentioned, like a sesame oil, etc., are they easily available for people to
very easily available
use?
on Amazon.
Perfect, perfect. And it's safe for everybody to kind of use it. There
Yes,
is no.
yes. Externally, that's why I'm saying, because I'm not prescribing an internal medication. Externally, you just mix, not pure Brahmi oil, mix it with some coconut oil, or you can find an oil which already has Brahmi oil in it.
Right.
Any oil, any hair oil, herbal Ayurvedic hair oil, which already, like we prepare in Mitra, our products, like our hair oil, also has Brahmi as a part of the other herbs. So you can always find some hair oil which has Brahmi in it.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So, just a little of Brahmi also is something that can do wonders for people.
Yes, definitely.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much, Mythreyee. It was amazing talking to you, and I am sure that a lot of people who joined in will get a lot of insights on Ayurveda and things that they could do at their house. And at the end of the day, the message that goes across is very simple. It's not just the products that you apply on yourself, but it's also
Yes,
what you feel and what you consume.
yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Mythreyee. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much, Ashmita, and thank you everyone for joining in around.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And I hope you guys have a great weekend and enjoy the wellness for yourself and just love yourself and be grateful for what your life looks like at the end of the day. Thank you so much.